What's up, man?
Not much.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
All right, let's start with you introducing yourself.
I am Jeff Glassart. Glass artist named Jeff
Sick. And why did you choose the artist name you did?
because I'm a glass artist named Jeff.
And what made you feel like you wanted to use Jeff instead of go like lip ring glass or I don't know, whatever it was, right?
I always thought it was funny when people gave themselves nicknames or handles or things like that. And I used to kind of tease buddies on like Xbox Live and stuff when they were like all about their handle. And so to me, it just felt like natural to just use my name because it was easiest to explain to people.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting people come up and say hi Jeff to you as opposed to like going by the name, right?
Yeah, and it's easier to remember like my name than like, some whatever exotic glass art name that somebody's decided, or when they change part of the way through their career and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, now I'm something else. And it's like, well, didn't you used to be?
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. What was the first thing you made in glass?
Ooh, the very first thing I made in glass was an ear gauge, like a earring.
Okay. Do you think you still have it?
No, it's definitely gone.
Okay. Do you remember the colors or
Yeah, it was clear.
clear?
Yeah, it was
Perfectly
a
straight clear,
soft
huh?
glass. It was a broken sliding glass window.
Okay. And did you find the broken glass or
Yeah, I made the broken glass
yeah, yeah.
actually, for
Okay.
sure.
So step one, break the glass. Step two, melt it down into a gauge, huh?
Yeah,
And did you wear it?
yeah, yeah. I was super stoked on it.
How old were you at the time?
I had to have been 12, I think, 12 or 13,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
And then what was the pause until you started getting into glass in, maybe that was pipe making or whatever stuff you did?
Yeah, when I got into pipe making, I was probably around like 17 or 18. I had like just got my first uh, oxy-propane setup in high school.
Okay. Because yeah, the next question is how did you get started in glass?
Hmm.
So did you get it in high school or you bought it at the time in high school and
Yeah,
started
so
doing
like when I had broken that window a long time ago, the windshield repairman had come to our house and left his little propane torch on top of the car. And when he left, I asked for that torch, and so I started melting things with the torch, and that's when I melted the window. And my uncle is a stained glass artist, and so he introduced me to the idea that there was actual glass blowing, and he gave me a hothead torch for soft glass. And then I used soft glass up until high school, and that's when I learned about borosilicate pipes, and I had to buy my first setup to be able to get into doing it.
it? Yeah, okay. Love it. Um, so I guess I'm not going to ask big influences on window breaking, but what
Mm.
were some of the big influences when you really, bought the torch and started kind of getting into it? Do you feel like you had any? And that could be just art also, not necessarily
Mm.
just glass.
So my uncle, being a stained glass artist, he was also a fusing glass artist, and so he started to introduce me into the ability to pull tentacles for jellyfish for him on his windows, and so he was a massive influence. And he bought me Mylan Townsend's book on the contemporary lampworking.
Okay. Where did you first sell your glass?
Definitely school. It was definitely school selling friends gauges and stuff, and then Hempfest selling gauges and stuff at Hempfest. And then that was another introduction to the pipes as well. Is Dave Deliria, one of Darby Holmes' original partners and apprentices, was a friend of a friend, and he ran a booth at Hempfest and would let me come hang out and see his stuff and like sell my gauges out of his booth.
Oh, that's super cool. Are there certain objects you made at the start that you still make?
Gauges, my lip ring actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I got my lip pierced, like I learned that I was allergic to metal at some point, and so I started having to wear the acrylic rings. And then I was like, well, I can make glass ones. And
Yeah.
so yeah, and I still to this day.
So paint me a picture of what the scene looked like to you when you first started blowing glass. That can be at any point you want to talk about.
It was definitely the Hempfest days. It was crush spoons out. It was like learn how to do cool inside out work, learn how to do like all those techniques that like you could apply to your pieces to make them as cool and as fast as possible, to make as many as possible. So you had like basically like spoons and Sherlocks and things were the cool thing at the time. You couldn't make enough of
Mm, love that. What inspires your work the most right now?
them. Other people's work,
Okay.
honestly. When I see things online that give me an idea, it triggers a process of like, how can I incorporate that? And even if it's not even glass, even if it's something else, that I'm just like, how can I make a glass one? you know, because
Yeah.
it's an infinite medium. You can make anything with it. So anything you can see, you can kind of recreate.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, what's your favorite thing to do outside of glass?
I'll pick up mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Yeah.
Definitely hunt mushrooms.
Okay.
Okay, so picking mushrooms over hunting mushrooms is more favorite, like for sure, because
Yeah.
they call it hunting, not finding for a reason. You know?
Great. What is your favorite thing to make right now?
Oh, cart bubs.
Art bubs.
Absolutely. At the moment, that's what's got me waking up in the morning thinking, oh, I'm going to the studio and make one of these. You
Yeah.
know?
What do you hope the scene looks like in 10 years?
Oh man, so like 10 years ago, I would have never imagined that you could see a reclaimer in almost every store out there. That like I was able to influence the like entire glass industry enough that China has a knockoff version of my thing everywhere. And now in 10 years, I hope that I have another one. I think that would be really cool to see the style cart bubs that I'm doing now available everywhere for pennies on the dollar compared to what they were today.
That's a very interesting answer, man. I love that. What do you feel more glass blowers should be paying attention to?
Ah, family. Honestly, family. You know, if you have family and you're close to them, definitely spend time with them, you know, and if not, then create your own family.
Yeah, it's great. Final question. What do you hope to accomplish in glass?
Yeah, that's an infinite question because like it's every day there's a new goal basically, and then once I accomplish that goal, then I set another past it. So I don't really have like an ultimate goal yet. I kind of already have succeeded in my ultimate goal of making glass my lifestyle enough to pay for my lifestyle, and it's there. So from here, it's just gonna explore the medium.
Yeah, it's great. All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah, with you.